Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to set up and install Cygwin for hacking and security. Cygwin is a Linux terminal emulator that will allow you to run Linux commands on Windows. So first what we're going to do is go to cygwin.com, and over here on the left you're going to click on Install Cygwin and download setup x86.exe. Once that's finished downloading, just go ahead and open it and run. The setup's pretty simple, but it seems complicated for anybody who hasn't seen it before. So first we're going to click Next, allow the default install from internet, default C Cygwin root directory, just local package directory. We really don't need to worry about this. We can just leave it the default. Direct connection, and it's going to ask you to pick an available download site. It really doesn't matter which download site that you pick, but I typically pick the mir.rit.edu. I tend to trust academics and schools. So this is going to go ahead and set up and initialize itself. And we're going to want to drop this down into categories. So there's a couple tools that we're going to need to install under each of these category headings. So I'm just going to go ahead and use the search box. It's much easier. So first thing we're going to need to make sure that is installed. I've installed a couple of these before, so they'll turn up already installed, but we need bin utils, which will be under development. And bin utils is already installed. We need GCC. Under development, we need to make sure that we have GCC core and GCC G++. We need make. Make is installed. Make sure on yours that it's installed. This is something that I had previously installed myself. And we need NASM underneath development. Make sure this is installed. Under editors, we need hexedit, nano, vim, vim, and vim is installed on mine. And any other editor that you like to use. These are the only ones that I typically use. Python. I like to use Python 2, 2.7. If you use Python 3, you're going to want to make sure that you download Python 3. But here is Python 2. So I went ahead and installed that. And you also want to make sure that you install Python 2 or Python 3 version of pip, PIP, to install additional Python libraries if you need. So here I have Python pip installed. Under net, you're going to want curl. You're going to want NC, which stands for netcat. I'll install NC and NC6 for IP version 6. Under utilities, you're going to want diffutils. Under base, you're going to want tar and gzip. Tar installed. Gzip. Gzip is installed. Under archive, you're going to want zip, so you can unpackage zip archives and unzip as well. And the last one we need is wget underneath web. And that's all the packages that we need for now. So we're going to go ahead and click Next. It's going to ask us to install some dependency packages, and we're just going to go ahead and install those. Now, this installation process takes quite a while, so I'm going to speed up the video and come back when it's completely finished. All right, welcome back. So I don't like to have a desktop icon. I'm gonna add an icon to the start menu. We're gonna add it to the path, and you'll see in a second. So let's go ahead and finish, and the setup is complete. So the default path for Cygwin is just located directly on the C drive. To execute Cygwin, we're gonna run the cygwin.bat command. It'll go ahead and set up your profile, and now you have access to it. I like to execute Cygwin in a Windows terminal. So what we're going to do is add it to the path variable, so that all we have to do is open a PowerShell terminal and just type in Cygwin, and we're in. So to open up path variable, we're going to hit start, type in system, or just go to your system properties if you're still on Windows 7, advanced system settings, environment variables, and I'm going to go ahead and edit the system variable for path. So Windows 10 and I believe Windows 8 kind of looks like this, where it's a list. If you're on Windows 7, yours is going to look like this, where it's all just a single line of path variables. And just for completeness, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to edit this. So you go all the way to the end. I like to hit the end key to make sure I'm there. You type a semicolon and then C:\\Cygwin \. That's the directory. You can click OK, OK, OK. Close that. Now we're going to go ahead and open up PowerShell. Windows PowerShell. And go ahead and type in Cygwin. Cool. So I know the colors might be a little messed up for some of the viewers, so I'm going to go ahead and change my settings. Actually, I have pre-made settings. So Cygwin, and just to show that we can run Linux commands, I'll write a short bash script. This is just going to be a hello world bash loop script. So for x in sequence 10 do echo hello world $x and done. So as you can see, this is a simple bash script that worked right in Windows. Just to show you the power of Cygwin, let's go ahead and install something from source. Configure, make, install. So let's install THC Hydra. I see a lot of people are interested in learning how to do that. So going back to Chrome, let's just look up THC Hydra and their GitHub page. GitHub, download zip. Show in folder. Actually, I'll show you how to get to your C drive. So the path for this is C users GT Klondike downloads video downloads. Now in Cygwin, we first have to go to Cig drive, and there's where you get access to the C folder. Now it's underneath users, so C users GT Klondike downloads video downloads, and there it is. So we can unzip THC Hydra. I like to hit Control L to just clear my screen. And just like we would on Ubuntu, configure. These are optional modules that it's asking for. Make. Now instead of installing it, I want to show you something really cool that's kind of specific to Cygwin. So ls-l color equals auto, just to show the different colors. Oops. I don't want -l. So Hydra is compiled from source, but you notice it's an exe file, or executable rather. So if we want to execute, we need to execute hydra.exe. Hit enter, and this is the normal page that you'll see from Hydra. So let's take it all the way and see if we can find a password for the router to my lab environment. So hydra -l for login. Let's try admin -p for password. This is not my actual password. Oops. -p get : / and the IP address. This is specific to Hydra. And it tries it, and the password fails. So now let's do the actual password. And it tries it, and the password's valid. One valid password found. So that was my tutorial on getting Cygwin set up and configured, and that's it. Happy hacking.